What kind of magical abilities? Mindy asked, trying to grasp the idea. Spreading both hands and shrugging, Yev said, I've only heard rumors about such matters, shaking her head as though equally as disbelieving of such things. One of the abilities I've heard came from an adventurer above level 50, who could summon flames out of the ground. Claire stared at the adventurer after hearing some abilities being possible. She tried to imagine what it would look like for fire sprouting up to attack monsters and enemies. When Claire looked at the others, especially her sister, they were stunned into silence. Slowly nodding after getting such reactions, Yev agreed. Even I have trouble picturing that being possible, though it's nothing compared to other things I've heard. Putting one hand on her hip, she shifted her body weight. The problem is, I think such things are an exaggeration. If it was even possible, I think kingdoms across the world would do anything to get their hands on such people. What? Hannah started but didn't seem to have the words to ask what Yev was hinting at. Every now and then, you'll hear rumors that there are people that don't even need gems to use such abilities and powers. They just manipulate the energy in the air, bending it to their will. Yev rolled her eyes, not wanting to take such things seriously. Abby hesitated, a hand slightly lifting as if she wanted to raise it like a student, but she stopped herself, deciding to just ask the question. Why do you think that the information is unreliable? With one hand staying on her hip, Yev used the other hand to wave it through the air as though brushing the thought aside. It's because I've done a decent amount of traveling, and I haven't seen any adventurers with such high levels to pull off something like that. I can only imagine how strong you'd have to be to bend the energy to your will. She paused before snorting. Unless there's something that's inside a person to allow them to do such things. But even then, I think there would be more people that witness such things. They may not even be a race we're aware of. Checking out Hannah to see what she thought of what Yev said, Hannah looked back with eyes wide open. Can you believe that? Claire said with her eyes. Hannah shook her head. Since it's not even something that's been verified, I try not to think about that. Yev sighed at the thought. Her eyes flickered to something behind Claire's group. It looks like it's time for you guys to head back to town. Claire looked back to see Trilly driving the cart towards them. A part of her was happy to see the Catwoman. In a short period, there was too much information going through her mind. Claire felt as though she needed time to process the information. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Abby offered a hand. Reaching out to shake Abby's hand, Yev laughed. All I do is just watch this road, so I really appreciate the chance to get some welcome distraction. If you, all, are planning on doing this job again, I'm sure I'll see all of you again. Yev turned around to climb the ladder of the small tower. When she placed a hand on one of the rungs, Yev looked back to say, Feel free to ask me questions if you have any. I do hope to see you guys again, and keep your eyes open for those rock lizards. Claire waved a hand at the adventurer before she made her way to the cart that was overflowing with valuable ores. Waiting a little bit for the cart to get closer, she began walking ahead of it. Passing by the tower, Claire looked back to see Yev getting back to standing and keeping watch. She gave another wave before turning her attention to the path in front of them.